So get this. I watched the world's dumbest video this morning. It was the "There are only two genders, change my mind" video. What is his name? Clam Chowder. Whatever the hell that dude's name is. God, he's unbelievably dumb. Okay, firstly, the claim is, right? The claim is there are only two genders. Only. That's it. Right? He believes gender and sex are linked. They're not, but he believes that they're linked. They're the same thing. That gender and sex are the same thing. Again, they're not, but he believes that. Sure, whatevsies, do you. But then, the person Madison that he was sitting with obviously didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. And that's one of the things that annoys me about these kind of shows, because when the person when Madison sat down, oh, well, I'm the official club or whatever, don't do that, because now he thinks you're the official spokesperson for transgenderism, and now you magically get to represent every single trans person on campus. Good job. But aside from that, the questions go down, and remember, the claim is there are only two genders, right? But the questions go down, and then Madison asks, or they ask, well, what about intersex people? Well, there's intersex people, and I acknowledge that. Then there are clearly not only two. If you just acknowledged a third, you just said there are intersex people. You think gender and sex are linked. So if you think there are only two genders, you also think there are only two sexes. They're not, but this is what you believe. So if you've just identified a third sex, then you've at least, in your mind, also have identified a third gender, indicating that there are not only two genders. There are three. There are more than that anyway. There are actually more than that, but you identified at least three. Therefore, your claims there are only two is wrong. Why gender and sex are different is you don't know what my penis looks like. None of you do, unless we've had sex. You don't even know if I have one. You're just assuming based because I have broad shoulders, deep voice, short hair, etc. But you could very well be wrong. That's the difference between sex and gender, right? I could look like this and still have a vagina, and you could never know. How I dress my sexuality is my gender. What my sexuality is my sex. And even that's fluid, because I can change those things depending on how you define them. But if the claim was there are only two genders, and this idiot identified a third, evidently your claim is wrong. So, at that point, his option should have been to go back to his creepy molester van to make a sign that says, okay, there are mostly two genders, which would have been an accurate statement, but no one cares. Or he could have conceded that his point was wrong. But either way, if his mind was changed, he's being intellectually dishonest, and that's no one's problem but his own. So, that's all I want to come on here and say. Bye!